Warm welcome from Geneva, Switzerland for week 2 for the discussion group. Discussion groups are every Wednesday for the rest of the course. We did have an exceptional sample size workshop with Dale Rhoda yesterday. The update has been posted, so do look at that if you were not able to attend. Discussion group ground rules. If you could all start by typing in the city and country you're connecting from into the chat window. Again, this is, there will be a lot of information shared in this one too, but this is a participatory discussion. It's not a lecture and intended to involve everyone in listening, presenting, and giving and receiving feedback. Okay, we have an amazing, again, pretty global list of participants. That's always wonderful to see. Atlanta, Sofia, Kisumu, Florence, London, Paris, UK, Turkey, Nepal, Australia, Uganda, Liberia, Nigeria, India, Netherlands. The list goes on. That's pretty amazing, and still amazing even after years of doing this. And I hope you're also beginning, as I am, to recognize some of the names that you see running across the screen. So very packed agenda for this week 2 discussion group. This is really a key week with a focus on sample size calculation, with the first assignments having been finished for week 1 that we're going to focus on today, and also new assignments for this week and next week, as well as the Creator project. So this is what we're going to try to work through, and we'll have to be very rigorous about the time, so I may be very harsh, even perhaps to the point of being impolite, to make sure that we stay on time for this for this session. So I want to start to make sure to give you an opportunity to verify that you are where you should be in good standing with respect to the course, and that you know what to do if and what to do after this session. My suggestion is that after we finish in 58 minutes, if you've taken note of any specific actions that you need to take, that you go right to Scholar and try to work on and get something done before going back to the rest of your, no doubt, very busy day. So as we explained in the first week, work is split between the community, in which we're posting assignments that we're sharing with each other, and what we're doing in Creator. So we focused quite a bit on the week 1 assignments, and justifiably so. So this week, your objective is to complete the week 2 assignments. In addition, in the community, you'll find several updates that are intended to guide you through the development of your Harmonia concept note in Creator. And of course, the same with the sample size calculation, where you get to practice and apply what you're learning in the community is in Creator, where you're encouraged to refer to the rubric and to these community resources I've just described to draft your concept note for the Harmonia Vaccination Coverage Survey. Now, I want to emphasize today that your deadline for submitting a draft concept note, as complete as you can make it, is next Friday, even though there might be a little bit of extension, and Carolina may have we'll probably share something in that respect in a little bit. Again, a reminder, the requirements are as follows, yes, for this module. And once more, the red, as in alarm or warning or danger slide, is that the first deadline for your Creator project is the 15th of September. This is the most significant deadline because you will only be able to move to peer review once you have submitted that Creator project. So now, let's look at what you told us about the first week of the course. So you have your individual experience. Some of you are working alongside and discussing what you're doing with colleagues. That's very much encouraged, but we did want to give you a sense of what you've told us so far about your first week in this module. So this is, so 1 is strongly disagree and 6 is strongly agree. Some of you told us, I'm happy to be part of this great initiative. I'm now mastering steps and ways to do so, to conduct coverage surveys. And this, we selected these quotes because they are somewhat representative. So on the course content, this is the some of the feedback that we've received on the course being informative, interesting, having great learning material, resources are being excellent, very positive feedback. There was one request for specific hard copy examples of concept notes, and in fact we have 3. So if you've been looking at the case studies from Nigeria, Bolivia, and Malawi that have been shared along with the expert videos explaining and analyzing these cases, each of them always contains a link back to the actual concept note, or in some cases even the full protocol. So do go back and look at those updates, and in week 3 we'll be sharing the full set of case studies, putting all the videos for each one in a single update. So we are going to summarize that for you. If you have been reading along the updates, you will find specific references and links to download these. All right, I'm getting a couple of people saying that there's no video or sounds. Can you hear me and see the slides? Okay, I don't know. It looks to me like... Okay, great. So that must be a local problem for the people affected. This happens. It's part of the medium we work with, and it can be a bit jarring, but it's perfectly... I'm hoping you will both, if you do drop off for whatever reason, you will be able to view the recording, and we do usually manage to capture good quality recording. All right, so difficulty, this is what you're telling us about how difficult you're finding the course to be. The 6 is very difficult, and the 1 is very easy. Now, in terms of task completion, unfortunately you can't see, you see ellipses, but basically the first one is posted the week 1 assignments, second one is posted attended the group discussion. The tasks that have been least completed are actually reviewing chapter 2 of the reference manual, which we emphasized in last week's discussion group. And we, again, as adult learners, we have a lot of respect for you and expect that when you're confronted with these tasks and assignments that you are going to look at the reference manual, which is the basis for the course, without us having to necessarily direct you, but last week we did specifically guide you and refer you to chapter 2, and the week 1 assignment has some specific references to the manual as well. In terms of time, we have actually a pretty even split. We have half of you who reported that you're spending more time than you expected, and the other half were saying, well, it's just right, or I'm actually spending less time than I had allotted. So that is actually a very good sign. I've got a question about background noise. I do not hear any background noise, so it may be a local issue. I apologize for that, but again, the recording should be of good quality. On motivation, motivation is sky high, and that's truly impressive, and to the credit of the participants in this course. We do what we can to support you, and that's the next slide. This is, again, strongly agree is a 6, and strongly disagree is on the 1 side. And this is whether the support that you're receiving in the course or perception of the support. So I do want to say a word about WhatsApp. We've been telling people this is, if you find WhatsApp to be distracting, if you're not finding it useful, feel free to turn it off. It's not required by any means. And it is an experiment trying to figure out how do you make it useful. We like having that direct connection. It's so much more immediate than having to send emails back and forth. And when we give an answer or solution to somebody for a problem they're having, then that solution can be helpful to everyone in the WhatsApp group. But of course, it does generate a lot of traffic, and we understand if some people want to turn it off. Same with email notifications. As long as you get into the habit of checking in to the updates using the magic link. Last but not least, I do want to emphasize that with respect to the francophones in the group, we have set up a separate WhatsApp group. Hannah Kade has been dedicating time to support this group, providing support in French, and French speakers who wish to develop their project in French will be able to do so, and are being guided by Hannah to do so. So yes, it is true that the resources remain in English, and English remains the working language for the course. This is what we hope will be a useful compromise to support people who work primarily in a French-speaking environment. What are the deadlines for the week 2 assignments? For this week, please. Initially, we had announced that it would be this Friday.
Hi everybody. Yes, we have started to receive some of the week 2 assignments, but some people have expressed that, of course, they have to work throughout the week and they are dedicating time over the weekend. So again, we are going to extend it until Sunday night, Geneva time. So that would be on the 10th of September at midnight Geneva time. Thank you.
Thank you, Carolina.